We just got the Greenworks 48V blower and vacuum unit. It seems like a great idea and makes perfect sense when you think about the same fan being both a blower and a vacuum, just like a washer-dryer combo, but I wanted to check if it's worth the money. Here's everything that comes in the box. It includes the main motor unit with the handle on the top and two sets of pipes, two rechargeable 24V batteries with USB cables, the USB charger, a supporting wheel, adjustable handle, and the vacuum collection bag. Unlike their larger counterparts from Greenworks like the 4060 and 80V units, these dual 24V batteries can be charged via a regular USB cable, and this comes with the charger that can handle both being charged at the same time, although I did notice that the charger got pretty hot. Overall, it took about 1 hour to fully charge both of these batteries. As the box says, it can be in one of two modes, the blower or the vacuum. Here it is in the blower mode. In this configuration, there is a single pipe that clips into the thin end of the main motor unit, and you can optionally add the more focused pipe on the end of that. Although be sure that it clicks into place, as mine blew off when I was testing it. This took only a few seconds to set up, and if you need to understand how big this is, you can see our curious multi-poo reading the fine print nearby. And this is the vacuum mode setup. It's a little more involved than the blower mode and requires a few extra steps to set up. There are two larger pipes for this, and they attach to the underside of the main motor unit, which makes sense if you think about it. However, as you can see from this picture, you have to release the black cover from that underside using the thumb wheel and push it out of the way slightly for the larger of the two pipes to be attached. I found it quite difficult to attach the smaller pipe to the larger pipe, but there is a groove you need to align in the middle that helps get it in place. The wheel unit at the end of the lower pipe is on a rail, and is easy to slide up and down on the rail and locked in place. I found this really useful to hold the end in place above the ground in actual use, because all of this is quite heavy once you've also added the collection bag and clipped it to the underside of the larger pipe. The adjustable handle is attached using another thumb wheel, and when it's in place, you can adjust the angle it's at before tightening it. In vacuum mode, there is a helpful hand grip at the back of the motor unit, which helps balance the weight of it, and you then hold it with the adjustable handle, which is now at the front. You can see that the charged batteries are attached on either side at the top. In this mode, the wheels were vital, as the whole thing feels quite heavy without it, and I would have potentially needed a shoulder strap without them. Also in this mode, you can't really use the trigger underneath to turn on the motor, so they have a nice VAC labeled on off button and a battery power indicator on the top. The grey lever you see on the side is a trigger lock, which you don't really need in this mode, but it allows you to keep the power trigger locked on when blowing.
Okay.
Overall, I'd say that I like the concept of this, and the mode switching was easy. The only thing not in its favour is the overall power put out by the motor unit, even though the product page says it moves air at 520 cubic feet per minute. In my tests, it struggled to pick up some fallen petals and buds, but may do better with dry leaves in the autumn. So this is probably good for smaller areas for the blowing function and for dry leaves with the vacuum function, but if you have a larger area, I would hold out for a more powerful motor.